Everyone, welcome to this tutorial. Today we're going to be taking a look at making an infographic, and I'm going to use my favorite infographic creation website to kind of help you. Now, there are other ways to do this, and that's the fairness to it, but we could definitely do something with, say, Google Slides if we wanted to, but I really like Piktochart because they do offer quite a few of those things. Now, you guys are going to sign up. I already have an account, so I'm going to log in. But if you hit sign up, you should be able to just sign up with Google, which makes everything so easy. So go ahead and do that. I'm going to sign in using Google, and I'm going to make sure that I get in and kind of see what we have here. So now you're in Piktochart. You see that we have a lot of different options here for making our infographic. Now, you get to choose. You get to pick and choose. So like there's a couple things that they've decided that are free for us to use, and that's awesome because I think it's like $80 a year to do the paid templates, and they, are nice, but you can do a lot with these free ones if you have some imagination and creativity. So I'm going to use this tangerine template because I like the background and I get to kind of cover that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start to look at kind of this. Now I'm doing the stock market crash of 1929, right? So I will do stock market crash, and then where it says journey, I'm going to make that of 1929 because that's really the big part of it. That's a specific event, and we're doing that one. So there it is, nice and neat. That's my header. Now if I were to go and preview what this page would look like, you can kind of see that we lose some of those lines, which is really nice, but we keep a lot of that excellent way to display our stuff. So we can do background, right? Because that's important to know. So background, right? And now here I am. I want to make sure that I make this box a little bit bigger or shrink my text. You guys will notice that you have a lot of the same options that you would see in like a Google Slides or a Google Docs up here. A couple things like the lock are pretty nice because what you can do with the lock is you can lock something in place so you don't accidentally move it. So background is now locked and I can't do anything. All right, so now I have these icons, so we can say growing economy, right? That would be the first thing that we would want to talk about. And box doesn't really make sense, nor the eye. So what I want to do is I want to look over here and I can find some shapes and icons, and I can search here. So like $, right? Because that is something that would signify a growing economy. And there's a $sign right there. Now it's black. Change that color to the orange that's used here, right? And you'll see that's a little bit bigger than the other icons, so we can do that. And then maybe I want to do like see if I can't find like a bank icon. And when I do that, we have piggy bank, we have, oh, that's a good one right there. So now I do that, and again, I can change that color to something, and now it kind of looks like that. Probably not the best way to do something, but you can definitely see that. All right, we can put deregulation. There is something that would happen, especially with the banks. There was nobody overseeing them, so they were able to kind of freely do what they wanted to do with those different things. Now, if I wanted to talk about statistics, and I'm going off the top of my head here, so we'll do that. We'll say total investment. And we probably don't care about men and women with our total investment, so we can say like stocks and metals, right? Just two things that people commonly invest in. Make that a little bit bigger so that fits that last ask. We'll say 80% we're in the stock market and 10% we're here. That doesn't make sense. We need 100%, so we'll make that 20. And then it doesn't change anything right here. But what I can do is I can go into this, and now I can do, if I have 100%, right, and I know that 80 was in the stock market and 20 was in that, and I want to change this to stock, and I want to change this to metal. Right, but it's a good way that I can kind of do that. Now, this might really work well within your project for different things like, maybe casualties in the Pacific or casualties in Europe. Something like that where you can kind of create that stuff. And again, like if you search those terms and you stay generic, like if I'd search stock market crash, probably not going to give me a lot of things, but with bank, it's going to give me a few things. And I could do things like credit, right? Because credit played a role in that. People were buying stock on credit, which we found out was not a great idea, but you can definitely kind of see what would go there, and you get to do that. You can change all your fonts, you can work all that stuff. There's so many options here. So I really hope that you guys, if you choose this method, really start to explore and see what is possible within these, right? Definitely kind of a really cool tool here, and there's lots of options within it. You can change backgrounds and color schemes, all this stuff. There's different tools. You put videos, charts, maps in there. Whatever you need to do, it's there for you in this Piktochart thing. Once you're ready, you just hit save, and then it is saving, and you are ready to kind of go forward. All right? So pretty cool thing there. If you have questions, you can feel free to reach out and ask, but definitely enjoy. All right? Good luck. Be creative.